Are you guys really just gonna be 100% quiet?
Yeah.
What? Look, I think honestly, what you just heard 2 minutes prior to the show starting, you'd be okay with quiet.
That
Like, am I
doesn't
wrong?
happen often.
So let's say you would prefer. What do you want? You either
Yeah,
get quiet or you
'cause
get
literally-
yelling at you. Like,
Well, literally
usually
every
there's
time,
something happening.
Every time it's ever been quiet, like you notice this streak. He's just like, "What the hell?"
I don't like the
Like-
quiet.
Like all the time, all
Oh,
the time,
it's against the norm.
all the time. What will it take to make you happy?
Nothing.
Okay, listen here. I'm fine with
Loud
you guys
noises.
insulting me at the start because that's just how you usually do it. I would at least like some conversation when I'm raising the volume.
Nope.
I mean,
Not today.
well, see, what's funny is, see, you said you don't mind us insulting you. See, like I put aggravating right in the same net as that,
hmm
and so now we know that dead silence aggravates you.
Yes, it does.
So now,
Oh,
what
this is
do you
bad.
think we'll do?
Every single stream.
Please don't do that because that just what's the point of starting the podcast then?
Oh my gosh,
Oh, good times.
Oh man.
Wait,
I've missed being on this show.
we've had our sub
Waiting.
button for a year.
Have we?
Apparently.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Oh damn.
Okay. Didn't even remember
for
that.
us.
Cool, we made it a year after having the sub button. We didn't get canceled.
Made the year, didn't get canceled. None of us have managed to TOS the channel.
Doesn't mean we
Woo!
haven't tried.
Hey,
Doesn't mean we haven't
let's
tried.
let's not continue that for the love of God.
Who's gonna break the streak?
Place your bets, everybody. Place your bets.
See, the worst part is
Over
then
unders.
all of us are fucked.
We'll pass. We'll pass the hat, boys.
By the way, hello, Chasing, and hello, Dragon. Welcome to chat. Once again, cool seeing like we talked about last week, but cool seeing that first badge. That's kind of awesome. I'm hoping we're
Yeah.
allowed to edit that going forward at some point, but like, still cool.
Yeah.
Stop fucking with my door. Sorry.
That be the cat. I'm assuming.
Dead
Yeah,
A.
he's just like trying to climb up the side of it on the inside now. You came into the room. And there he comes. There he is. The bottom screen.
Hey,
Okay, you want up on the lap? Hey. Stop fucking with my allergy medication! I hate you. I hate you. Shit. Ugh.
So remember, there's certain things you're not allowed to do with the cat on stream.
I know.
No eating.
Okay.
Do not
let's,
eat.
Come here.
let's no eating,
Come here.
no spitting in its face.
Hey.
With vodka.
Yeah,
with-
vodka.
You know, none of this
Okay, you know what?
going on.
He's in a very aggressive mood. Holy shit! Hey, Dragon, thank you for the gifted sub as well. To Chasing there.
Ever since she got the job, she's just been she's been about it. She gifted subs to people in my channel. It's like what?
That's awesome. So we are we've had it for a year and we still haven't done the emote.
What?
We're still here. I'm
Steven,
thinking
you're
what
muted.
I think
Steven, you're muted. You're
he's
muted,
100%
Steven.
muted. Like- Uh,
Hello, friend.
Hi.
so I want to. I would love to reiterate that I've missed being on this show. I've actually missed being on this show.
We could tell you were talking with such intensity because
I
you
know,
don't,
I'm sorry
you
I
don't
missed
talk
it.
with
You-
your arms that often.
You must repeat what you said, please.
All I said is, at this point, we just need to put something, for fuck's sakes.
I had no clue what you said earlier, but I was motivated. I was driven to do something.
Put something as in.
Any emotes. I made one like 2 months in. We've talked about one for so long. and we've done
I know,
nothing.
I listen. No one. It's usually just me in that chat coming up with the idea, and then nothing else happening. And then 2 months down the line, someone's like, "Well, why haven't we done this yet?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe because this."
Maybe. Thank you, Dad.
Aww,
Oh,
What was that?
That was dinner.
look good.
I
My
like it.
dinner's in a bag right now, so
I think it's sweet and sour.
yes, it looks like sweet and sour. Did he just lag out?
A little bit.
Steven?
Oh my god,
sweet
he
and
did.
sour.
Like sweet and sour what? The world may never know.
Oh no, is this the same thing that happened last time with him? Steven, if you can hear us, type in chat.
Blink. Blink.
I
if
like
you
it
can
how
hear
you
us.
talk louder, like that's going to help.
Shut up. Listen here.
I love how that.
Fuck yourself.
No, it's just funny because people do that, man. Like so many people, like if I talk louder, you'll understand me. There's
It'll
this HR.
fix things.
Hey,
There's this so like,
it will. All right.
like I work
it
with
will.
a bunch of I work with a bunch of warehouse staff on my job, and a lot of them are Hispanic, and so some of them can't understand English really well. And there's this HR lady who's really nice and sweet, but she literally is like, "Okay, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out on the floor, and we're just like loud." I'm just
And every time they say "yeah," it just gets louder.
So we're
Uh-oh.
now down to 3.
For a moment.
Whoa, I'm in 2 boxes.
Which, bam. Oh
Am
shit.
I?
Oh shit.
Am I? He's back.
As soon as I switch to the 3.
I
Nailed
love
it.
it.
Can we hear you?
I love it.
Can you speak?
Can we
Yeah,
hear
we hear
you?
you. We
Is
can
that
hear
literal-
him.
Is
Listen, you didn't obviously watch Critically Casual this week because that thing happened. Were you able to still hear us?
No,
Okay.
I can. Nothing happened. It was weird. I don't know what's wrong. It's been pissing me off.
So
'Cause
rolling
that's like-
blackouts.
that happened when you were on T-Pop with me last week?
It's got to be a network issue.
Investigation for later.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yes.
investigate later.
But yeah.
I'm just trying to finish things now, and then
You,
enjoy my dinner here.
You missed you missed Dev trying the tried and true method of checking to see if you were still there.
Hmm.
He just talked by yelling.
If you can hear us,
hello?
type in chat.
Type in chat.
I couldn't hear.
It's like
anything on
talking to
my
somebody
side.
under an avalanche. It's like, if you can hear me or if you're alive, do
Scream.
something.
That's how it feels sometimes.
Hey, and yes, it proves that it's a
Har
hard,
Har-
hard. Like, listen, the one show that seems to deal with the least technical difficulties, surprisingly, is Hardcore Game Night, which has the most things happening, which I don't
Like,
get.
yeah, can we take a moment to appreciate that?
Wow.
It's literally focused on nothing but gameplay.
It
works.
is.
Everybody being connected to a lobby, staying connected to a lobby, although there was that issue with Brawlhalla for the first 30 minutes of the show that one time, but still.
It works pretty consistently.
I think
I
that
think one
remains-
show had one bad, like one
Yeah.
tech issue, really. The rest
that was
of
the
the night we've been
Brawlhalla
all- yeah.
one, right? That I was in, and that's like the first and still yet only one, like only big one.
Which it's funny enough. I did post the and you guys all saw it. I think the records so far, for everyone. Hey, you've only had one appearance, Jim. It's fine.
know. 0 for 1 so far.
It's
okay.
not as bad as me and Steven at 1-7.
Yeah, longest lose streak. Yeah.
I'm like,
Second place on that.
so we have the Har Har HQ representation of the Shanghai Dragons and the LA Valiant.
Sure.
I'm glad he got that. I know Steven's not gonna get it, but
I know it's Overwatch League, but I don't
Yeah.
know why
Same.
each. I'm just assuming that I'm the worst one. Yes.
Shanghai, yeah, you're Shanghai.
Awesome.
Who am
I
I?
like being
Am I
a dragon.
Valiant?
You're Shanghai. Well, that's wait, hang on. What the how many wins have you had?
We've each had one.
He's had
And-
one.
Yeah,
oh,
we
so
each-
you're
we-
tied. No,
he
so
won
you're
the 2nd
you're.
night. Remember, he beat you and Uno.
Oh, that's. Oh my God! Because of the bot.
It wasn't because of the bot. It's because you messed
Yeah,
up,
it was.
sir.
I did mess up. I actually. So here's so that was the second one. That was the that was the one that we agreed on. Okay, cool. The belt can shift now. Yeah, no, I totally threw. I'm pretty sure it's clipped. Damn
What
it!
just
he lost-
happened?
He didn't even freeze. He's just like,
He was
he's just
just
like,
gone.
out of here.
Disappeared.
Lucky
Get outta
on. Oh, Jim. You have Steven's green screen stuff behind you.
That is great. Wait, how's
Oh,
that?
magic.
Wait a minute.
What just happened?
How did you?
How did that happen?
Because when Steven is in the 3-person one, I have it chroma keyed so that that's behind him. But because you're in that
You
box,
have a green screen.
you're in the green
Perfect.
screen.
It worked out. Somehow, somewhere.
It was both the bot and Jay's fault. I mean, yeah, no, I totally own my part of that. But, dude, the bot is the reason I lost round 1. I stand by that 100%.
You could stand by that. You still lost.
The stand by it 100%. The whole reason I lost.
I'm just happy I broke my lose streak, or else I'd be the lose streak right now.
Yeah, round.
Steven barely
yeah.
just passed me because I was on the 6th lose streak. So
And then you won 2 weeks ago.
yeah. And then last night lost Town of Salem barely.
Yeah,
Frankie actually won, which is kind of impressive. So
I hate Town of Salem. I'm glad I wasn't involved in that.
hey, listen, it was
something else. If you were involved. Thank you very
if
much.
you were involved, it would have been something else. It would have been
I appreciate
it would have been Uno 3. Revenge
Uno
of the
3.
Uno.
Dude, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. You know, like you might look at it as a crutch, but honestly, I think Uno is still some of the funnest freaking content we've ever done. Like,
I'm gonna counter that with Ultimate Chicken Horse was pretty awesome. What is going
I
on
did
with
see-
Steven's internet?
oh my god, man. Damn it. It might actually.
That's got to be an internet
No.
issue, right?
Well, I mean, either that or
Unless he's-
connectivity to the Discord, but I'm showing that I'm showing green. So
I'm showing green too, yeah.
I'm green. Yeah, we're in US West. He's in West, so it would make sense that he should connect to it
Yeah.
better.
yeah, he should be fine, unless for whatever reason he's set to East.
No, it's
For whatever.
this server is set to that. Yeah, it's set to West. Like all
So,
of us are
yeah.
off of West ping right now.
All right, so yeah, so we should be fine. He should be fine. More fine, anyway.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, man.
But like, no, Hardcore Game Night's been really awesome so far. So it's gone really well. We've got a Halloween special on the 30th. Hello, welcome back.
Howdy.
It's something to do with my Discord. Nothing else is messing up
Is it
except for
updated?
Discord. Yes, I have to shut it down and then turn it back on before it works again, though. Like it keeps freezing, then I shut it down, turn it back on, and it works again.
You have to
Interesting.
do like a force shut everything.
No, I just have to hit quit Discord in the bottom right bar, and it shuts down.
I would maybe task manager reset Discord and see if that helps. There might be Discords running in the background right now, potentially. I've had that happen to me before, so I would check task manager. Hello, welcome to another tech issue Har Har Podcast. This happens all the time. Let's be honest. Ring has an advantage. Heisted to play Deceit and he used to play.
He used to play.
Heisted got it. NTS in his streamer past. I mean, true. I will say he died a lot, but he also lived really well too. So he did all right. I may have accidentally gotten Steven killed the first round. His name, it was Batman themed. I was Gatman. And Frankie was in the Mafia with me as the Godfather as Homelander, ironically. And he asked, who should we kill? I didn't know it was Frankie at the time. And I was like, let's burn down Gotham. And
The dumb name of being Gotham in the Batman server. So, in retrospect, I was like, maybe I should have chosen something else.
our mafioso was the Joker, so I felt it was fitting.
Damn.
Let's burn down Gotham. And thus, unintentionally, I killed Steven.
And it sucked because literally that round, I was the medium, and I was talking to the one person was killed, and he told me, "Hey, this is the person who killed me."
And
Am I still here? Okay.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
you're still here.
All right. This is the person that killed me, and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll let everybody know." And as soon as the night ended, I died. I was like, "Well, can't let anybody know."
yeah, medium's curse is a real thing. As soon as you learn useful information, you die. that is how the medium goes.
Your cat's aggressive. This cat here's a drama.
Oh yeah.
Dude, like he's been upstairs for the past like 2 hours, like almost like scared to come down here. And then all of a sudden I just hear meow, and I look over and it's like he's just peeking like out from behind the stairs, just meow. I'm like what? What?
I hear it.
Fine, sit there.
Barely. I hear it faintly in the background.
Yeah, he's a little drama queen shithead.
I like how cats are just universally shitheads, but we love them.
Absolutely.
Now I love this one depending on the day, man. Like it's I ain't falling for that. I'm not. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Fucking love cats. So, should we start with the big news?
I want to hear the big news.
The big news.
The big news.
We're gonna blow our whole load right now.
Oh my god.
We still have other news. Come on, we have the wacky news. We have Florida Man news. Come on, we got other things too.
That was just great. It's just like your face though was just like you just like got hit by like a leopard. Like,
I didn't know how to react. I'll be honest. It was one of those moments like, no.
Yeah, you just said that.
oh my gosh! And coming up with those jokes first, this stream is actually Dragon.
It might be the first round, but the second round goes forever.
Yikes.
Fucking Jay! I couldn't even finish this.
So, what were we talking about?
Big good news, everyone!
Good news, everyone.
Good news!
What's the news,
officially,
Professor?
officially, we are going to have a new member of the Har Har crew.
Who might that be?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh
I
my
have
god.
no idea. It's not
Yeah,
like
me
I
neither.
chose this cast for a certain reason. Huh? No. Jim Eclectic is officially joining the Har Har H crew. H crew.
Glad to be here.
Har Har
Har
H crew. That was
Sure.
unintentional. That's
But, you know-
officially what we are now.
You know, I was about to say, damn it, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah, that works.
I do
I
like it.
just coined a
You
new
know-
thing as well. Har Har
So-
H crew.
So somebody clip this, and we're gonna reference this when someone asks, "How did we come up with that?" And it's gonna we're just gonna
an
play this. We're gonna play this.
It was the same as normal. We got tongue tied for some goddamn reason, and it stuck.
New logo and everything.
No, it's
The
still
Har-
Har Har HQ.
We're
but
just the Har Har H crew.
Just crew. just
I still want us to have a house together that's called the HHHQHQ.
I still think that's
fantastic.
great.
that's like
Welcome
It's
to
the Har Har
HHHQ.
HQ.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Do that every time. Can you imagine?
I would
What did
say
I
that
have to
every
do?
time.
Coming from the HHQ HQ.
dude, that
They
landowner.
told
was
Live
on-
from the HHQ HQ. In
yeah, that,
middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
middle of the same neighborhood that you get your speed, so you can say that. HQ.
You've got my attention.
At
Oh
first,
man. So
what does Cell say in Dragon Ball Abridged? At first you had my something, but now you have my erection. Don't you pay attention? You know what I'm about.
So I feel. See, Eclectic. Here's the deal, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna lay it out plain for you. This
Okay.
is what you're signing up for
That I know.
all the time. Like, do you know? Do you? Because I feel that I.
I'm just kidding.
We can't
See,
have two
well,
people
that's the
walk
thing.
off on the
Like,
same show.
this is your chance. This is your moment.
Run for your life.
Like,
Can you?
Like, now would be the time
You just see a blip.
to realize
screen goes off.
the error. To realize the error of your mistake.
Screen goes black. Yeah.
Where'd he go? I think there's a rolling blackout.
It's like, damn it, I was kidding. There we go. Har Har H Crew origin story. Perfect.
Har H Crew. Me and my fucking fuck ups are sometimes just brilliant, aren't they?
The new emote H crew.
That'd be tier 3.
Uh,
A gold.
But damn
Crew.
it though. Like, there we go.
I mean,
If you're a sub tier 3, you become an honorary H Crew.
if you recall a conversation we had in the past, Dev, I pitched out to you the idea.
Oh god damn it! What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Oh, that was too good.
that had to have been on purpose. There's no way that timed so perfectly.
Should I wait a second?
That timing is too perfect. That had to have been like set up. There's no way.
Title for this episode: The Best of Technical Difficulties.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
God.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I pitched to you the idea that I wanted to call our higher tier sub thing like the hardcore, as in CORPS. And you're like, no, I don't want to have anybody called something specifically unless they come up with that name themselves. So,
Wait.
No, we
What?
said that for any subs, and like we still don't have. Technically, the community doesn't have a name yet, in a way. And I just kind of wanted it to naturally happen, where they would kind of name themselves.
And how much more naturally than one of us fucking up do you want?
The community.
Like, I implore you to tell me a better situation than that.
I don't
My
know.
stomach is legitimately in pain right now.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
my God. No,
No,
Please
don't
don't
be sorry for that.
apologize.
That was
No.
amazing.
that was phenomenal. That is in the top 10 favorite moments in this channel ever.
That was good.
I hope that was clipped. That definitely has to
No.
be clipped.
Please, one of you, please clip it, please.
It broke everything.
I look utterly exhausted on camera. Yeah, like, this is bad. I got
Holy
I look like I've been through some shit.
We're about to see some shit, and it's
Oh
just
my God.
Oh, what a fucking start. We
amazing
just
start.
hit the 30-minute mark.
Oh my
We've
God,
already
I need a
broken
drink.
everything. Already on that.
No, I need a drink, Dev.
Not a watered down beer.
Actually, I don't know. I didn't see the label. What is it?
It's not a beer.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Angry Orchard.
I can't.
Uh,
Oh.
Not a
Yeah,
watered down lemonade.
Okay, go fuck
Dude,
yourself.
I used to love Angry Orchard. I can't hardly stand it anymore.
Did you throw it up once?
Huh?
Did you throw it up once?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then that's why.
Yeah, way, like I got Angry Orchard drunk, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bad time. It was a bad time. Like we were out camping, and it was a drive-through spot, so like nothing like out in the middle of the woods or whatever. And I just kept drinking, and I was hammock camping that night, right? So the very slight sway, yeah. Normally hammock camping is the only way out camp anymore. Son of a bitch, he's gone again.
I noticed it a little bit ago.
He gets to miss the story. I love that the green screen's still there.
Perfect.
The son of a.
Did you force restart it yet?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on then. It's
The next
Just
time it
for the
happens,
hell
I'm
of it.
just gonna restart the computer.
okay.
Okay, well, never mind, because that'll actually take a while. Because I was gonna say, because every time Dev has switched to the 3 screens, you have immediately come back.
It's pretty funny in my opinion. I'll be honest.
Immediately come back. So I was gonna tell him, I was like, leave it in the 4 squares just to see what happens for a minute longer. Anyway, so yeah, I just drink. And generally, hammock camping is the only way I'll camp anymore if the weather cooperates.
Mm-hmm.
But just a slight sway was just like, and so I had to go walk about 20-30 yards away from the campsite so I could kind of clear my head and just let it out.
Let it
Twice.
all out.
Oh my
Twice.
God.
Yeah, it was oh my God, it was horrible. Definitely top is probably, yeah, it's my 6th worst hangover.
That's understandable, given everything.
It was rough.
Now I think the reason why I can't drink rum and cokes right now still is from a night of Sea of Thieves, where
Oh boy.
I used to have
Sea
this
of
big.
Thieves?
Yeah. Okay. So I had a big jug mason jar that I used to drink out of. It didn't survive the night. I'll tell you guys that.
Was it full?
It was about 75% rum, with 25% Coke.
With a splash of Coke.
I
Damn,
make my
was
rums and
it?
Coke rums with Coke.
Yeah, it's how you should make them. I'm not judging that. What I'm wondering was big old mason jar. You said
It's about
75% rum.
It's bigger than a pint, I'd say. So it was like
Okay, that's okay. That's a
I'd
little
say,
less.
I'd say it's probably about like here on this. But
that's
about
still
as wide. About as wide.
That's still
So you wanted-
real healthy amount.
Add 2 of those.
You wanted alcohol poisoning. That's what you wanted.
I might have, because we ended stream. I had the reason why I have the whole new audio setup is because this incident kind of made me go, you know what? I need a new audio system, because I accidentally yanked my headphone cord out of my Blue Yeti and broke the
remember this.
headphone jack on it, so I couldn't hear through that anymore. I was on the ground. I was playing with Steven, Torn, and Soy on Sea of Thieves. It was either Soy or Frankie. I can't remember which that night. It was a long
Either
night.
way, substitute one or the other. Yeah, I drink too, so
Well, Torn and Soy, it had to have been Soy because they didn't care. They were just there to dick around. Me, on the other hand, even drunk, I'm still the captain of the ship and I want to get some loot. We had an entire ship full of loot. And then, as soon as we start to sail off, everyone locks me in the brig. And we ending up into a battle. And the entire ship starts to sink. No one else besides Steven knows how to helm the ship. But Steven's also the best at my shipwright, making the ship fucking stays afloat. So he has a job that he needs to stay on top of. They locked him in the brig.
And then the two of them just went down the ship.
Well, we drowned in the brig
Well,
and lost all the loot. And at that point, I was on the ground ranting. I had accidentally pulled my headphone out.
That's
Broke the whole thing. I was like, well, I fucked that up. I should just end stream. Ended stream. And then it's like cut from what I remember. I remember ending stream, and then from there it's like space, flashes of what happened. I went from here, I went in the bathroom, threw up a ton, laid like, you know, in a tub, how they have like the, you know, the edge of the tub, my legs out, shower on full blast as I sit there. Apparently during this time I broke the mason jar in the shower with me in there. Somehow didn't end up cutting myself.
Wow.
And proceeded to wake up on my bed butt ass naked.
I respect it.
all right, Jim, your turn for a hangover story, because we may as well just go around.
I
the
woke
table
up with a minor hangover. I'm gonna say that.
I think worst drinking story was TwitchCon 2015 Day Zero.
Oh, day zeros are the worst.
Yeah. So that was like a Thursday. I just remember we went to 2 or 3 different parties, and by the time I got back to my Airbnb, which we're not supposed to be causing trouble at because, you know, they're pretty strict,
Yeah.
I'm throwing up into a planter into the, like, in front of the house, and my roommate is staring at me, he's staring at me, like, mean mugging me, as he's pissing right beside me into the same planter. So, yeah, there's that. And like, I'm just looking up to like my roommates laughing at me as this is happening, and I'm just screaming, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, man. We're not gonna get kicked out on day zero, are we?" That was good times.
Steven, you had college years. What was your worst hangover?
I have 2 stories that I can remember.
That's a good sign right there. Let's go.
Oh my god. So if anybody happens to be in chat at the moment who remembers the others, I want them.
One I've already told on stream. It was when Draca was on stream, and it was like a little
yeah,
intro.
that one.
Yeah. This one that I'll tell is like, it was my sophomore year of college. I think it was my fall semester, so the first semester. And at this time, I was homeless because I didn't have enough loans to pay for all of my student loan classes, like to pay for all the classes and a dorm room. So I got kicked out of the dorm room, so I was couch surfing. And it was the end of the semester, and I was like, you know what? This may be my last semester here because of stupid debt stuff, so I'm going to go hard during my finals. And I remember the first 3 days of finals week. I don't remember the last 2, but I do remember on the second night of finals week, I was staying at this person's house where they basically let me live there with them, but it was
Good
super
people.
cramped and crowded. Yes, very good people. And I ended up getting home way too drunk to even plug in my phone. Like, yeah,
Oh my
like
God.
I've
my
had one of
defense.
those.
Yeah, my defense was my phone cable was all messed up, and you had to put it in a specific way. But I was just that drunk till I couldn't figure it out. And then, I remember fall asleep on the bed, and then waking up with my dinner all around me
Wait, as in you vomited it all out, or
in my sleep, just all over the place. And yeah, so I rolled up the mat and just threw it away and took a shower.
Yeah.
And those people asked
Smart.
me not to stay the night for the rest of the semester. So,
Also fair, because
Yeah.
let's be real.
yeah.
yeah,
Understandable.
Thankfully, all the times I've ever been sick, like everything has went where it was supposed to go. But so worst bits of hangover and just drinking for me has been just excruciating amounts of pain.
Hmm.
worst hangover
Like-
I've gotten was actually Thursday TwitchCon this year.
Oh, really?
Fun fact: I didn't drink as much as I drank the night of the concerts,
Mhm.
which was Saturday night. Because Saturday night I had those 3 adioses. No, was that Sunday? one of those. I can't remember if it's TwitchCon was
so
just a long
clearly
night.
you had a bet because we're having memory lapses. So
No. It's just TwitchCon. There was a lot going on. I was sober like all of it, except for Thursday night was the only night I wasn't sober. But I wasn't anywhere near as drunk as I normally get on a night drinking with friends. But I woke up dying.
Sounds
Because
about right.
I think because we went to the Hard Rock rooftop bar that night.
Yep.
But yeah, I ran. No, I didn't run into you that night.
Were
Did
you
I?
there too?
I was there for a little bit. Yeah, I was definitely there.
We were over by the pool area. My group.
Okay, no. I was like, oh, let me look through the pictures. Maybe I took a drunken picture and we were in the same picture. I don't know.
That would have been hilarious. And just not realizing we were at the same bar at the same time, but in the same photo. That would be great. I had only 2 or 3 adioses, a whiskey sour and a vodka cram. I think it was 3 adioses.
Ugh.
Hey, that's a normal night for me on a con.
No, I'm not talking about the quantity. I'm just talking about that mixture of that palate, man. Blech.
Yeah.
Again, that's still a normal thing for me. I drink a lot of different drinks. Like I didn't even like normally add in like at least 2 to 3 shots of tequila and maybe 1 more adios and whiskey sour. That's probably a night at a con for me.
I'm
and
amazed you don't get sick because that's like a horrible.
That's
Mine-
like so an adios is already a mixture of liquors by
Yep.
itself. You had 3 of those. Then you have a whiskey sour, which is majority whiskey at
Whiskey,
any
yes.
bar.
if they're made
And then,
good.
of course-
If they're made good.
No,
Majority
like
whisker.
if they're made no, I'm talking like if they're made good, then it's like if they're made good, a whiskey sour is like 60-40.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
yeah,
maybe
most I've ever had,
70-30, depending on the person.
on average, I get them 80-20. Like I don't even request that. Like I
Ooh.
swear, like every bartender I've ever met's tried to get me smashed, man. It's,
That's how it
I
was
just wanna
at
enjoy
PAX
the
South
drink.
once.
yeah, man. Like well, at least the first one, you know. Like come on, like we'll get there. I'm in no rush. Like
They want
I
you to
wanna
tip
go on a
soon.
slow
They want
roll
you to
into
tip
this.
soon. But no, like that's all I had. And Steven can contest, so can Soy. I've drank a lot more than that in a night and woken up fine. Like woken up being like, all right, guys, what's the plan for today? That was TwitchCon for me. Well, this time I woke up head pounding, vomiting, and just dying. I went to the bathroom 7 times to throw up. I had nothing left.
7 times? Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, I've never gotten that bad of a hangover. So I'm me being reasonable. One, I was like, am I just out of shape drinking wise? No, I had adioses. Like, I prepped myself for TwitchCon. I had like 2 weeks of adioses.
The training.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it was light training. I didn't drink like 3 adioses, but I got my palate acquainted with it again. And so I was like, that's probably not it, because I've also gone in completely blind, like PAX South, and just drank and been fine. So I was like, I'm gonna exit that out for right now. My friend also got completely blacked out. He thinks he may have gotten drugged at the rooftop bar, because he never gets that drunk either, and he was there for a little bit. And I was like, if that's the case, maybe, or just they don't know how to mix their drinks. And it's just like, it's such an imbalance from what they're supposed to be, that your stomach is just like, okay, this isn't normal. What are you doing? Because like the other thing too is they weren't pint-sized adioses.
No, they were like large glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is essentially a small adios. Let's be honest. Because an adios has to be at least a pint to be counted as an adios. It's an adios junior. It's one that you should give your kids. Don't give your kids alcohol. But like, so because I've had like 3 to 4 regular adioses in a night. So again, not anywhere near as much liquor as I can take. So it's just like, it was a weird morning of being like, what the fuck happened? Why am I like this? But it was the worst hangover I've ever had. I can't remember waking up with that much head pain, that much like nausea, and just wanting to die. Thank God Twitch had the awesome sunglasses.
No, for
Because
the
that
day.
sunlight fucking hurt.
You had some G Fuel? You could have got that electrolytes back in you?
Oh,
Good.
we went to a I went and got caffeine instead, and our cat's roommates brought over carne asada fries, and like greasy carne asada fries. I was like,
Perfect.
you guys are saints. You guys are the best.
Best roommates.
So, like, I barely survived, more than likely, because like my stomach, like everything exited. I had nothing left. I was sitting there dying.
Sounds about right. Did you drink any water that night? That's like
Yeah.
water and then the mix.
I got home and
Ah.
drank water. Like I usually drink
How
water.
much?
At least a glass and a half.
Not enough. For the amount that you drank, that's definitely not enough.
Not
That's
even-
usually how
not
much I
even.
drink it, and like how much water I drink, and I drink more and not get a hangover.
That's crazy. I wonder. Well, you know, it could have just been the way they mix drinks.
Yeah,
that
that's
rooftop bar,
that's the conclusion I have to come to, because like later that weekend I had 3 adioses
Mhm.
and talked with Kat's roommates the entire night for like 3 hours after that, and at worst I slurred a few words, which kind of normal even sober me. Like I slur words sober, so that's not too much of a tell, but I could tell because my cheeks were rosy. I could feel that. That was what it was for me that night. I was like, okay, 3 adioses in less than 2 minutes, and that's all I feel. It wasn't me. It had to have been the place. So also the drinks there were so fucking expensive, so
Well, yeah.
That's the gas lamp on TwitchCon for you,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be there next year, so be ready for it again.
I can't wait, because I'll be honest, despite not drinking as much as I did 2018, that was the best TwitchCon I've ever been to, out of the two. So, best con I've been to as well, because PAX South was great, but nowhere near as fun as that was. So, and the concert was cool.
That was a lot of fun. That was actually pretty surprising that they found like a last minute guest. But I was kind of assuming that they had someone on backup or that was supposed to be a surprise guest.
Yeah.
But once he canceled or Lil Nas X canceled, I kind of figured they just announce person like ASAP.
I kind of appreciate what they did, because if like everyone on the floor in front of the stage didn't know what was going on, but I happened to be, it was right after I left after seeing you, and I went back to my seat and I checked Twitter and it was like, Logic's gonna be on stage, because I saw
that
Tim the
same
Tap
tweet.
Man like posted the picture with him, and then TwitchCon's like in 30 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna tell them down, because some of my friends were down on the field, so I went down there, showed them, and they're like, what? So like the crowd like slowly finding out what's going on was really cool, because like down there on the field it was like, wait, is Logic actually performing? Is that what's going on? Logic? Like the crowd just slowly figured out what's happening. Wow.
Well, the field was like half empty during Madion. Oh,
All right, he's got to restart his
cutting
thing, so
yeah. And then
course
as
into
soon as
this.
people started to figure out that Logic was there, everyone started to rush the field.
I thought you were gonna restart, so I switched.
I changed my mind.
Fair enough. Oh, what the fuck?
What?
You changed shirts.
No, I didn't. I've been wearing this all day.
I fucking swear to Christ, man.
David Blaine, it's a magic trick. Chris Angel's mind free.
What's funny is neither of those magicians actually do quick change acts.
I know.
Jay, the fact that you know that off the top of your head,
I love watching magic tricks, dude. Like I learn shit like that in my spare time if I can.
I actually got to see Chris Angel this year, like live. That was pretty crazy.
Freak your mind.
He actually did.
Dude,
A lot of stuff.
some of his stuff is super
Mhm.
like what's interesting though is like some of the tricks that he does is like from a technical standpoint, and I'm talking like magician's technical, not my technical. Like from a magician's technical standpoint, because obviously I like to watch a lot of how it's done videos, and technical wise, actually not that difficult. He just is a great showman and will just freak you the fuck out.
Well, that's part
when
of
he's
it.
doing
You gotta do it that way, right?
Yeah, no, man, that's the thing. That's dude, that's as far as like a showman kind of goes, like just showmanship period, like he's one of the best there is.
Yeah,
Like
who are the
100%
two
one of the
that,
best there is.
Who are the two that started that show? Like kind of explain.
Penn and Teller?
Yeah, thank you, Penn and Teller.
Fool me.
They
So
are.
they do Fool Us, which is they
also
try
have a
to
master
guess.
class, too.
Yeah, see, the master class is where they're actually explaining and Teller's actually teaching, which is cool. Because he's the mute one essentially. And then you have Fool Us, which is where a bunch of magicians from around the country and the world attempt to fool them, and they have to, use terms and phrases to be like, "We think you did it this way,"
without like really full on
yay or nay.
giving out the.
That's cool because like there's a magician's tell essentially. Like
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it's like the first couple of bits I'm watching this, I'm like, is some of this dialogue scripted at all? And then I start realizing no, because they essentially do the same shit every time.
Yeah.
And it works. That's like, how? Like they were talking. Well,
All right. then.
this is like the every show has a gag. This is tonight's, I feel like.
I hate this thing.
we still heard you, by the way.
You did, really?
Yes.
Another shirt.
Another shirt.
What are you talking about?
Because it froze with you leaving stage, but we still heard you sit down and everything.
Mhm.
That's weird.
I like it how you just said stage.
Yeah. I exited stage left and
Yeah, you did exit stage left. Actually, yes, you're right.
yeah,
But,
I hate this thing.
It's funny. I had a psychology professor, second semester of college, and he wore jeans and a black T-shirt every day of class except for one. And then he kept wearing the black T-shirt again. And then he said one day, he's like, "All right, now who can tell me whether or not I have wore a black shirt every day this semester?" And you got points, you got bonus points if you remember the one day, like just the fact that he wore the different shirt. And then you got essentially like 100 points if you remembered the date.
That's crazy.
Oh shit! What about
Yeah.
remembering the color and everything of the shirt?
Color, I don't remember what color it was. I think he just wanted to know the date. It's like, when did I do it?
That's pretty. That's rad right there.
That's pretty
When did I
crazy.
Dude, I tell you what, man. First day of class, this guy was like, his name was Professor Davis, and he was a great guy. Like, he told us first day of class, he's like, "Listen, straight up, this is essentially what he said. He's like, I love my job. I'm good at my job. I'm so good at my job that essentially a lot of people come to me saying that they're going to change their major because of my class. Don't do that.
Damn.
Like, if you are here for an elective, good for you. You're going to have a good time. If you are here because this is already your profession plan, good for you. You're going to have a good time. Those of you elective people, give it a minute before you decide you want to go into this, because I promise you the other guys are not as fun as me." And so, sure enough, a couple weeks in, I'm like, "Yeah, I could do psych." Nope.
Knew it. So Steven was just intently looking down on chat.
Yeah, I seen it. I
Oh,
seen it. I'm just trying to ignore it now at this point until it finally just.
comes back.
Well, let's see. It's changed. Are we? No, I think he's finally restarting his computer for real now.
I'm just moving in just enough. Oh,
Oh.
Hi, I'm back again.
Wow.
Hi.
Uh,
Motherfucker!
Damn it, man.
Stop!
what? I don't know what the problem is.
This is gonna be it. This is
Oh my god, this is the Shriek Cups! Oh no! Oh no, they're back! B cup! C cup! Oh no!
No, it's just me. Just Steven.
One of those times you need to.
Uh-huh.
One of these times
Sure
you need
it
to come
is.
back in full costume. That's what
I don't
said.
have a costume. At least it's not yet.
Like in a full-on freak outfit. I'm like, oh my god, magic.
I would be so impressed with myself.
He's just playing it off. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All right.
I can't wait because in 2 weeks we have the Halloween special. Fun fact, everybody. I have my costume ready.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be good. I can't wait because I'm gonna try to be in character for it too. For part of the show at least.
Aren't we doing? No, wait, never mind. That's a different day that we're doing.
Are you talking about the hardcore game night one?
Yep.
I'll probably dress up for that one too, because we're doing Dead by Daylight for that one. I already have the rule set made as well. At least the point system set up for that one, because it's not going to be your normal point system for the game, because the point system in the game is based off of kind of like farming it, right? Farming points, by doing other things. I wanted to keep it streamlined instead of just going off of point values you get in the game, because going off of that, like, can be complicated, just based off how you play, and would put certain people at major disadvantages. Like someone like myself, who's played the game a lot, would be at an extreme advantage.
Yeah, compared to me, who's never played it. Well, I played it a few times.
Same.
But-
Not once. Not once.
But the rule sets to kind of even the playing field and make certain rounds a little bit more profitable for some people. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I have a costume planned for that one as well. It'll be good. I just have to get the stuff for it. I like theatrics.
We never noticed.
What? Me? Theatrics?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, only
you,
once a year.
theatrics.
Yeah, only once a year. Never every Wednesday.
Fuck off! Listen here, Mr. Announcer Man, I hired him, and I'm paying him good money, alright?
At least you're paying somebody good
I
money.
pay you whenever I have the money! Which, by the way, your payment should be this Friday.
All right, tomorrow. Yeah.
Or, sorry, next Friday, my bad. Shit. I forgot the show.
See,
For a
if
second, my
we-
brain went like...
If we didn't know you better, like that would be like a scummy like hold off. It's like, oh, I bet next Friday.
No, it was more of a... I forgot the show's not on Fridays anymore for a second. Because technically
the
for
Friday
me,
after next.
Thursdays are my Friday now at work. So, yeah.
Which I think sucks. You need to tell them to change that because
I chose to
wanna,
change it.
Ah,
What?
because I want to be able to, like, when I come on the show, I want to be able to drink, essentially.
Lighten up, loosen up a little bit, say more vulgar things.
Listen to me. There's nothing
Tread the line
stopping
of
you
the
from
TOS.
drinking.
Except for work tomorrow.
There is that.
That does stop me
Sadly.
constantly, so I get that.
But to hell with that. I might actually go second.
No, I chose to do that because one, it means that small advantage is I can go to the
Bless
theater
you.
on Friday instead, like during the day, and school's still in session, so like I don't have to deal with kids and teenagers,
Fair
all them
enough.
annoying little things.
Fair enough. You have. Look, the plan's logical, just somewhat inconvenient for me.
Fair. I'm still gonna
Like-
drink Friday nights potentially with friends if they want to drink on Friday nights. All right.
But it's not on the show.
Yeah, but we can still. Shut up! Shut up! No, and the other thing is that it means that like at work I have time to prep things through the week because I'm there Sunday to prep things for the team. So it works out. For right now, it works out. We'll see going forward what the schedule needs to be and stuff like that. I mean, due to work, like all of our shows schedules could just be tossed up because of one thing or another. It's happened before. It may happen again.
Like, I think officially, minus hardcore game night. Yeah, I know Chasing Dragon beat you to it. But I think literally apart from hardcore game night, every show is not on the day it was originally. Like, yeah, because Critically Casual was on Sundays.
I mean, Critically Casual just starting off was on a different day at the beginning of the week.
Wasn't it at Tuesdays for a little bit?
Yeah, it was like Tuesdays, then it was Mondays, then it was Fridays, then it was
So
Sundays.
Critically Casual was
like,
never on Friday. I know that because that was when we had Har Har. Har
Yeah,
Har's only been
so
Friday
Har Har-
and then Thursday.
Yeah, and then T-Pop used to be Wednesday, now it's Tuesday,
Yeah.
and then so
I mean,
hardcore
changes
game night is the only
sometimes.
thing. Is hardcore game night is excluded because it hasn't been long enough to get.
I was gonna
posted yet.
say it's our youngest.
It has not been around long
it's
enough
the youngest
to get
child. It's just the baby show.
Well, it's like,
Baby.
yeah, it's come along because we're limited on days now. So
Well, I think
Like,
it's
where are
only
we gonna put
had 10 episodes so far. So because I've only missed 2 episodes. And I've made 8 appearances. So that's how I keep track of how many episodes there's been. I just add 2. And I can math. Thank you, Arizona education system, for some things.
Yeah, you can't count, but you can math.
I mean, look, he wasn't. I don't think he was thinking necessarily the entire system, just certain bits of it, like the math department.
Actually, I had
English
some good
and
math
grammar,
teachers
on the other
until
hand.
high school. I had one bad high school math teacher.
I never had that teacher, thankfully.
Yeah, he was.
You were just staring blankly into the camera there, and I thought you froze again.
I thought I froze again too.
I like it. He's like, how do I know? I'm just not gonna
So
move.
by the way, so this is. Should I even
Like,
talk about
I
some
would-
of that stuff in high school?
I would be doing this every 2 minutes if I were you.
He's just like waving at the camera.
I'm just gonna sit here dancing to my own beat for the rest of the podcast.
We would know immediately if you were offline.
It would be.
Like,
It'd be a motion blur.
Just get stuck.
yeah. See, and for those moments, we're just like time mark,
Time mark.
because one of those poses are gonna be gold. One of them will be gold.
I mean, nothing beats the.
About the one time. Just the hand stopped perfectly. It was too good. No, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that teacher since we talked about it in a second. I'm not gonna name names, but that teacher was very picky on who were his favorite students.
You could usually tell based off of one thing which ones he'd like. It's usually the last chromosome.
Yeah, pretty much. To prove the point, I sat next to one of my friends. We shared the same birthday. She was really awesome. Anytime I had a question or I raised my hand, I kind of got blown off. As soon as her hand even just inkled into the air. How can I help you? Kind of thing. Just not anywhere near that smooth. And that wasn't
I
even
need a
that
drink
smooth.
now because my school had one of those too. So I'll be back.
I remember those
Oh yeah,
days.
no. Dragon
The
can
lean
attest.
just-
Yes, pretty much. How can I
forgot.
help?
Oh man, you had a question.
He's the reason why I failed the second semester of pre-cal. Because I had a good teacher for the first semester, and then I had to switch because I took on another band class my junior year. Because I did. It's when I went into doing. No, what happened? Why was I? I can't remember what happened, but it was that because I was in our wind ensemble and jazz, and something else happened. I had to change my schedule. I can't remember what. But because of it, I had to switch into his class. And because of it, I failed because he taught at a very college level, probably a university level. Not like community college style, which is more like a normal high school classroom, or university in front of 50 people for a class of 20.
That's
Maybe
not
15.
great.
No. So the engagement wasn't great. And then the stuff that he would, his examples on the board and stuff would be very much like, this is how you do it. And then you read the book to do the things, and they were nothing like it. So my brain was immediately like, yo, how the fuck do I do this? I passed the first semester. What the fuck is happening? I stayed so many lunches and stuff like that, working,
asking questions
on stuff and doing making up tests and stuff like that in his class to try to pass. I still failed, even though I got most of the classwork done at the last day. It was the one class I tried to keep up on the classwork because I didn't want to fail. I was an underachiever in high school. Every teacher was like, he's really smart, he just doesn't do a lot of the work. Heard that a lot of times. And so I anytime I had a question, my friend, she would ask, because she knew it was the only way for him to
he would answer.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much.
shitty.
It sucked so much. Only math class I've ever failed. So sucked.
Oh,
I
here,
had
be real quick.
I had to take
We started a trend.
I had to take a beginner math class, which I was way too advanced for. And all the other students were like, Dev, what's this? Dev, how do we do this? I had a table with friends that I was there, and they would ask me the questions and stuff like that, and I would get all the answers.
Were they friends before or after you
Before.
realized? Yeah.
One of them I'd known since elementary school, and the other two I'd known since at least beginning of high school. But the rest of the classroom were mismatched, whether or not I've known them for a while and whether or not they even before then remembered me. And so it's Dev, how do you do this? Dev, you're really smart. How do you do this? I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's my senior year. I don't care. I'm only in this class to get a C, because I just need to pass.
I kind of had that moment of going into a real beginner course being a senior, only this was in college, which I honestly think the experience is worse.
Probably.
I had a couple of classes along this line, because it was just I only needed to go so far into the subject matter, and the other, which is the one I'm talking about now, was a biology class for a science credit that my advisor neglected to tell me I needed.
That's
or
always
they
awesome.
updated my check sheet, one or the other, because apparently they can fucking do that in the middle of your college career. But anyway, so I go and I show up to class first day. It's an auditorium style kind of class. There's 60 people in there, so it's not a huge auditorium class, but still, yeah, there's quite a few. And guy walks up, I forget his name, and he's essentially like, all right, guys, and blah, 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 blah. We're going to start. He talks about this or that. And then this is how it's confirmed to me that it's a class full of lower classmen and I'm a senior, is he starts talking about punctuality. Talk about an old college story. Jim, bring you up to speed. And he's like, now I commute daily from Frankfurt. So Frankfurt, Kentucky, the school was Eastern Kentucky University. This is in Richmond, Kentucky. It's 45 minutes away, I found out from him. He's like, I'd make this drive every day. I am always on time because I'm responsible and I leave early, blah, 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 blah. It sounded about as pretentious. And he's a cool guy, but this is the only part that really kind of annoyed me. And then he says, now, does anybody else have a 45-minute or longer commute? Out of 60 people, one hand went up.
Wise guy.
Oh no, I actually, where I lived at the time, hour and a half away from Eastern Kentucky University, commuted it twice a week.
Holy crap.
I left when the sun was coming up. I was at school all day, and I got home after the sun went down. for 2 years.
Fuck,
That's
man.
rough.
Fuck my life, dude.
Yeah.
But it was cheaper. So we did it that way. No, it was year and a half. I did live on campus for 1 semester, hence was the whole reason I had loans in the first place, which are gone now, thankfully. But so
Better gun.
he looks at me, he's like, really? Like, yes, sir. Where are you from?
Oh,
And
no.
well, I was like, I don't live there anymore, so I don't mind talking about it because it's a hellhole. It's called Olive Hill, little speck on the map, northeast Kentucky. And he actually looks at me, and I've told multiple professors this, and he looks at me and he says, really? And I'm like, wait, hold on, you know where that is? And he's like, yeah, I know where that is. I was like, holy shit, I usually have to explain that to people.
Steven and I know exactly how that is, so I can empathize.
Yeah, all of the Phoenix schools were like, where's this not Phoenix City you're talking about?
Not Phoenix.
Not
Yeah,
Phoenix
because-
or Flagstaff or Prescott.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix cities were also like, there's Phoenix, there's Mesa, there's Scottsdale, there's all these different communities that are all just part of Phoenix area.
The greater Phoenix area. Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that what they call it? The greater Phoenix area?
I think so, yeah.
It's very
I
pretentious.
think with yeah, I think with dude, that's not the only like place that I've heard that for though. I think you can essentially like the greater blank area, insert big city name here, and that's essentially like what you got for a lot of them. Like, am I wrong? Like,
I
New
mean,
York doesn't
there's
do
the
that.
Bay
You
Area.
don't. Yeah, there's the Bay Area. There's also New York doesn't go the greater New York area. It's I'm
No,
from the
it's
Bronx. I'm from
Manhattan,
Manhattan
the Bronx,
or
Brooklyn, yeah.
Queens.
it's like New York is like mini cities inside a freaking mega city. New York
People
is the
wondering why
reason
we're
why
so
I grew up
segregated.
hating the very idea of living in a city.
LA's kind of
don't
that way too.
blame
You
you.
don't see the greater LA area, right?
Oh.
It's just LA. It's all
And
just
he's
LA.
froze.
No, Steven's still there.
Oh no, he's not.
Oh.
I'm here.
Wow.
No, I knew because I could see his head still moving.
So I think me and Jim just had the reaction of when a celebrity is posing in a wax museum and then they move. Like, I think that's what I associate.
Oh my god.
Just me and him both. I saw it in his face. We were convinced. We're like, oh, he's gone.
No, the entire time I saw Steven looking down for a moment, and I just saw this.
Yeah, like just
little
barely
wobbles.
moved. Yeah,
The little head
micro.
wobble.
ever so slightly.
Oh god.
Yeah.
NYC boroughs are weird.
I just have
Yeah.
the best opportunity to for mass chaos here. Unstable internet.
Well, that's the thing. Like, 90% of it is not even intentional on your
Mhm.
part.
I'm
Like,
just
if it
taking advantage
is-
of the moment.
If it
You
is,
really
you're a
are.
fucking genius.
I wish I could be that clever.
Like, if it is in that moment to where you're like, yeah, you remember that conversation?
Oh,
See, if you
okay.
could somehow replicate your motion blur.
Oh, yeah. Oh boy. No. Yeah, no.
You'd have to be the Flash, though.
That'd just be wacky, you know?
God damn it, I hate you.
What? I didn't do anything.
Wacky news story.
What's funny is, like, you do that. So, like, why? Is it segueing earlier than your convenience or what?
Yes. Because sometimes we don't need to go into the bits during the natural conversation. All right, so this
And-
one's a little different, but Iowa's family basement is soaked with 5 inches of animal blood.
All right.
Blood may be thicker than water, but it'll still flood your basement. Here's what
I
they
hate this
say.
article. I hate this author.
It was 2 weeks ago. He's been able to clean it up, but it's still seeping in.
So, like, can someone say lawsuit?
Oh no, without a doubt, that's a lawsuit. That meat locker, is 100% getting sued.
Yeah, that's awful.
Whoever the company is.
That smell, dude.
Has
Oh,
to be
that's
horrible.
you got to be living in a hotel at
That
that time. At that point. Right?
Smell. Oh my god. See, blood, not just blood and tissue.
And fat
Blood and tissue.
tissue. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh
at
my
least,
God,
at
right.
least the
Scroll
tissue's
down.
not
I-
draining into their place.
You
Honest-
can't
Look
live
at
there
this
anymore.
floor.
You have to.
Oh no, the floor's awful. That's bad.
Like, just the fact that there's tissue is the reason why there's a problem. Like,
Yeah, because like they say, it clogs the drain. The officials say a clog or a break in the pipes sent the waste into their basement through the floor drain. Because you can see right there the little floor drain on the picture. That's where it seeped up from.
Jeez.
That is disgusting.
So,
Okay,
man,
with
that's
actually,
like some.
if that's the case, then there may be some tissue in there. Just small pieces to go up through a floor drain.
Well, like, dude, imagine the horror movie type shit. Like you go through your head when you discover that.
The Shining.
just
Yeah,
walk
dude.
downstairs,
It goes-
there's blood
it's coming
everywhere.
up. It's coming up. through the floor drain.
God.
Thinking of the old It movie,
Yeah.
like
Our house is haunted. Fuck.
we all float down here because it's coming out of a drain, and my
You'll
brain would
float
immediately.
too.
You'll float too. You'll float too.
Don't do it again.
Oh man.
I have that soundbite somewhere, but I won't find it.
Check it
But...
out. X fucking
Yeah. Oh, as a
Yeah,
kid, I
I-
would have been terrified too. Like
I think
that
that's
man's
accurate.
family.
Oh my god, I'd be traumatized, man.
I
And
would have
then,
burnt the house down.
Yeah,
like, if
right?
these kids like learn where this traumatic experience came from, like the kids for sure, maybe even the whole family, vegan, rest of their lives.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't blame him one bit. I'd be like, you know what? Good on you.
Like, as reasons go, like I've only met really one person. Again, my pool of vegan people that I've met is really limited, so I don't.
do
imply
live in
that
the
all
Midwest.
vegans are this way. Yeah, right. So I don't imply that all vegans are this way, but the most of them I meet are really participant. Oh, I'm vegan and blah blah blah. I've only met one. She's a really good friend of why they're vegan. It's essentially like she doesn't trust where meat comes from because she's from a farm and she knew where the meat came from.
Oh God.
I know
So-
someone like that at
I
work.
respect
Right.
it.
That to me makes a lot of sense. I could respect the decision, and then I could
Mhm.
respect the willpower to go from eating meat to veg and still just doing that. Like, props to you. I
It's
could
actually
never.
surprisingly, like, as long as you find good sources of protein, it's actually surprisingly healthy. Because that's the biggest thing that is hard
Oh
to
no,
get.
yeah, that's the
is
thing.
protein.
Like, well, like if I have no doubt that it's healthier. I just can't do it.
I was about to say, I had a diet back in college where I was paleo, and part of the paleo diet is meat, veggies, fruits, and nuts. And then
Mhm.
after ending that diet, I just continuously don't feel satisfied from a meal unless I have some sort of protein involved. Like,
That's
like
how
I
I
could, yeah, it's like I could be stuffed, absolutely, like of all the veggies and like the best salads ever, and a bunch of soup and breadsticks, and be like, oh, I can only eat one piece of protein, then I'll be fine. There we go.
Well, like, when I was just after high school, I did some, like, training and stuff like that, and I ate a lot of, like, protein-based stuff. So, like, frozen protein meals and a lot of peanut butter. Like a jar every couple days worth of peanut butter. Which is a lot of protein, fun fact. It's also a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
So I was burning through like a lot of fat at the time too. So it was like I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And so like ever since then, if like food doesn't have some sort of like almost savoriness to it of some sort, which
Yeah.
is usually your meats. Can't, you know?
Yeah, for me, like where I used to be on a really regular, really strict lifting schedule. Like I was going to the gym 5 days a week. I'd work out my muscle groups, and yeah, not only did I need protein essentially with every meal, but I also need 3 meals because before this schedule I was not a breakfast eater, and I had to force myself to eat breakfast because on days that I skipped it, like our days are some of my worst memories in that gym. Like because I wouldn't have nutrients in my body, man. Because like I'd get like lightheaded and like all this other stuff. Like one time when I was lifting in the morning, and again, this is like a general like dumb moment on my part. Like you don't ever do this. But when you lift in the morning, you definitely scarf down breakfast. I don't care what you got to do, you scarf it down.
Mm-hmm.
I had no breakfast, and I went and I lifted. It was leg day. It was leg day. I get on the leg press machine.
Mhm.
I get 2 reps in at a pretty healthy weight. And you know that lightheadedness to where you look like you see fireworks of stars just in front of your eyes, and that's legit all you see? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
And I immediately just and I just collapsed the leg press machine down. It was one of like the super racked ones. So well, he's gone again. It was one of the super racked ones. So like I didn't get hurt or anything. But I'm just like kind of just sat there for a minute, and I tried to do one more rep, which was a huge mistake because I mean I couldn't even get it halfway.
Mhm.
It was rough. Like I was lifting with my uncle at the time, who doesn't really take any bullshit as far as like laziness goes. Even looked at me and goes, "When you're good enough to drive, you need to go home." Like,
Yeah.
like it was bad. Then all his concern and pity for me was gone when I told him essentially the details of my morning, and was essentially like, "Okay, that was stupid. Don't do that.
Now go home.
Yeah, now go home, eat something, and then lay down."
Fun fact, I left it there for a while, Jay. Nothing happened.
Well,
Motherfucker! Listen,
That one
okay.
took a little longer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that one took a little longer.
Fuck you! You made their point proven! I left it in 4-person, and as soon as I switched to 3, you turned it back on, motherfucker!
that was great.
That one didn't connect as quickly as I wanted it to. I'm
That was
sorry.
great. No, that was perfect. You
That was
don't
amazing.
understand. Dev is the only one upset right now. The only one.
just,
Oh.
just drink in peace.
That was great.
Fuck you. Jay over here. Oh, just leave it in 4 for a little bit. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens.
Okay,
Switch
what's
back to
funny
3rd.
though is like at the time, I'm like, dude, just leave it, because I just want to see. At this point, I just want to see if the timing works out. Thinking it was gonna be him like quickly trying to reset.
I was.
All right.
trying to do-
Well, you were trying to just quickly reset was what I'm talking about. No, you are. What are we at now? 4, 5?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been wearing this the whole time.
Yeah,
fuck
right.
yourself.
Yeah, but how many times have you said that then? Because you've said that every time. Are we at 4 or 5? We're about to make it 6.
Wait.
We're about to make it 6, boys. We're about to make it 6.
I'm not
We're
switching.
gonna
No,
make
fuck this.
it
I'm not
6.
switching. Fuck you. I'm not switching. Look at this. I'm in 2 boxes at once.
Come back.
Fuck you.
Dude, this is great. If he actually doesn't, like, it's.
Ah!
Stop changing it, and I'll be right back.
I didn't change it.
Yeah, no, he didn't change it that
Out
time.
of
Okay.
spite.
Good.
Dude, our stream is also like way behind now.
Why? What?
I don't know. It's way behind for me. So
I don't even have
Oh,
the
I
stream
think it's
open.
because coming back into the call makes the rate drop a little bit. So it might have to do a quick refresh. That might be it. Yeah, no. Currently I'm eating like a steak burrito, so I'm not cutting protein out for a little bit. Or at least meat for a little bit. I need, like, I might figure out a way to do that for a little while, like just like some of my meals being less meat heavy due to the fact that like America eats a lot of meat.
America eats a lot of poorly prepared meat.
Meat, yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Well, also poorly prepared from source and from where you get it, like where you
No,
buy
like
it.
all of it.
The entire process.
It's just so cheap, though.
It is.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Dude, like, you remember back in the day where you didn't have to think about money? No, me neither.
Yeah. No, actually, no, because like I would have been like before the end of elementary school before I started stop worrying about money.
Before the end of elementary school?
Yeah, about 5th grade is when I learned.
What, you starting to save allowances for video games? Like, was that
Well,
it?
no, I mean that was different. That didn't bother me. That was something you looked forward to, was spending money. I come from a lower middle class family, and in a town of people who were mostly lower middle class or lower class, like upper lower class families. People joked that I was part of a rich family.
My God, I had that joked about me too.
Wasn't the case, because like a lot of it, like you learn quickly that you got to be frugal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you just gotta be responsible and
Which,
like you put other shit that don't need to be in the front and the back, and you focus on the stuff that you need.
yes, which I have been doing for a very long time now. The problem is I'm also, fun fact, I talk about it from time to time. It seems to always come up in some way, due to like if I have like a manic episode for my bipolar. One of the things that can happen is my brain just wants to buy things. And irresponsible spending is the thing that can happen from it. Which, yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Stars flat out told me that she has a spending addiction, and after being with her for almost 2 years, I believe her. Like, we make a budget for our home now, so that way we tell where all the money's going.
That's
It's
smart.
not that she'd ever like do anything like behind my back. She's never done anything behind my back with it. And plus, like, our incomes are still separate, but we do a joint for like the apartment and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she tried to tell me for a good while that it was an addiction. I'm like, nah, you're fine. I mean, you just gotta, you have bad habits. They're 6 right there. You just have to, just some bad habits. And she's like, no, it's a lot worse. And I believe her.
Yeah, no, if my brain knows I have expendable income, I overspend. In
Agreed.
like some places. Like I did that when I used to do
Yeah.
the truck wash job. I in one day spent about $150
Caving and shopping. That was exactly, yeah, that's she's not even joking when she said that, Dragon. Not even joking. Sorry, Dev.
On one day when I worked at the truck wash job, I had a lot of expendable income during that. I spent at least $150 on just comics one day.
Whew.
Wow.
In a day?
I bought some limited edition ones. I bought some, covers. I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of nice." I got the first issue of Darth Vader when he came over when Marvel started doing the comics. I got the first issue of the first run of Darth Vader, with the white cover on it, the white cardboard kind of one, like the
Okay.
protective one.
Yeah.
It's nice and sleek. It looks really cool, and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm getting that." Yeah, now that I'm more aware of where my habits come from, I'm able to catch on to them better. But like, damn, younger me spent way more money than older me's. Like, you fucking idiot! I could have savings.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So I get random impulsive buying every so often.
Mhm.
Thankfully not near as often as it definitely could be, because at the especially when it got like at its worst, I had a lot of hobbies that involved money, video games being one, computers
Magic
being
one of
another,
Mhm.
Magic the Gathering being one.
That is
Oh,
such
that's
an
a big
expensive
one.
fucking hobby.
A big one. But which is why it was both a curse and honestly hindsight mostly a blessing that 2 of my best decks got stolen.
That sucks.
Yep, but that completely broke me from ever investing in Magic anymore. So
That's good. What stopped
I
me is
got
no
a-
one to play with, so I have just a couple boxes up there collecting just some dust.
well, the thing is, like I had a box of, like a bunch of spare cards, and some cards were good, and it was a
Mhm.
bunch of lands and shit. And my mom recently had a yard sale, and she's like, "It's like, do you want to get rid of these?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, how do you want to price them? I was like, put them all in a container, put one flat price on it. So I made
Wow.
some kids' day because there's a shit ton of cards in there, and I let it go for
Mhm.
$20.
Damn.
I let it go for $20. Dude, there's nothing great in there, I promise. But like some kid flipped his lid at that yard sale.
rares! Look at all these rares! Oh god!
See, it wasn't.
There
It
wasn't
wasn't
a
a kid
rare
who
in
actually
there.
bought it. You know, it was a kid.
Huh?
Do you know?
It was like if anybody I feel like anyone like closer to my age would have looked through it and realized it was a waste of time. So yeah,
Mm,
Fair. I
Like,
still know people
100%.
Fun fact: at yard sales, my mom used to essentially convince my dad to buy baseball cards at yard sales just in case there was like a rookie card for someone in there. You know, like a Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey
Mhm.
Jr., especially Mariners because we were Mariner fans. And you know,
King Griffey.
yo, dude, if you get a Ken Griffey Jr. fucking rookie card, you are set for a while off of that.
We don't got a rookie, unfortunately, but
Oh,
we do have a King Griffey card. Yeah, my heart
What-
kind of
what
skipped the beat
season?
once I don't remember, but my heart kind of skipped the beat once I was looking through my dad's collection one time and I saw the King Griffey card. And I was like, holy shit!
yeah.
And then it's not a rookie, and I was like, damn it.
Still, like, if it was the season that he essentially saved the Mariners' time in Seattle, because that was, I think, 95.
Roughly.
Is the
That
season
sounds
that
close.
he
That sounds close. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, I didn't have time to change that time, did you?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never changed.
Oh god.
fuck you. But like I think it was 95 because it was the year I was born. I think that King Griffey saved the Mariners' life in Seattle. So not that they've done much since then. But like if you had that season card, that would be a big one. That one or 96 would be the big one. Like the year after he saved the Mariners. Not that he single-handedly did it, because him and Edgar did a lot. Like Edgar Martinez is a huge name in Seattle. He has a street named after him. Yeah, there's Edgar Drive, I think it is. So like it would be like, what if we get a rookie card for a Mariner player? That'd be really cool. Don't do that shit. It's a waste of money, especially if they have the boxes at higher than like, I don't know, $40. If it's higher than $40, don't buy it.
So it's
Wasting
and
your
more, most likely, more often than not, if someone's collected the cards and they're now selling them in a yard sale,
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's back quick. Okay, there we go.
hi, they've already sold the good cards somewhere else. If they're selling all the regular cards at the yard sale.
That's a fair point. I mean,
Did I start right where I froze?
Yeah, I think
Pretty
so.
much, yeah.
Okay, good. Can we just end the podcast so I can fix my computer?
I don't know. I think we've had enough uptime.
Or I'm just gonna
I mean-
leave and you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
We
alone.
might.
but-
We'll do the last bit. All right. Last thing, since there's another one, it's time for
Oh,
the
yes.
Florida man story.
I guess it makes me the most mad is that we have to end on this note.
Fuck off, man. If I pull up my wacky news source and Florida is one of them, I have to do it. Deputies tell Florida man, stop calling 911 after about your stolen weed. Heard he say a floor man repeatedly called 911 to report his roommate had stolen his marijuana.
If you scroll down, there's a Twitter video.
I noticed. We'll put it on real quick. I exited it, damn it. Sorry. Hold on. We're getting there. We're back.
Alright, so I just received a call.
No audio,
guys
bub.
calling in saying-
Oh no, yeah, it's nothing
wait.
good anyways.
Oh no,
It's just him explaining the
no.
situation.
Never mind. Mine was lagging.
So I gotta give him a call to tell him to stop calling.
I gotta give him a call to tell him to stop calling.
It's still that as stupid as that is. That's still
Look
not,
how much this guy's grinning.
Yeah. That's still not my
Like-
favorite drug story that I've seen on the news.
Those are, but that is one of those nights for that officer to where he is legitimately enjoying his job.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh,
Life's not in
Like-
danger. Just has to
yeah,
go.
life's not in danger. Like the guy is trying to be a law-abiding citizen, minus the weed, and
yeah.
It
yeah,
was-
minus the wheat, motherfucker. I hate
holy
you.
shit,
What?
holy shit,
Wow.
that one was quick.
Do you like my coat? Isn't it nice?
All right, motherfucker. So, Jim, how does it feel that going forward, I can't call you a special guest?
That's fine. No worries.
your official last tweet as special guest.
Special guest. It's only been two tweets, right? One for
well,
the game
two
night, and then
yeah,
one.
for the podcast, and then one for
Yeah,
this
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
So you had three. You had three special guests.
Not bad. Now
bad
a
at all.
regular.
Now you're part of the
Beneficial
Har
for
Har
me
H crew.
'cause beneficial for me. I get someone else to rope in a teapot now.
Oh yeah.
One of us. One of us.
One of us. So before Steven freezes again, I fucking hope.
I'm just gonna sit here like this until I freeze.
Just start moving your eyes, please. I hate
Blink
it.
if you're
I-
alive, damn
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Make sure to follow us here on Twitch. We've got 4 shows throughout the week. That's 4 of them. It's going to be Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We cover movies, gaming, and we have a game show, so it's a lot of fun. You can subscribe over on YouTube. It's where these get posted after about a couple days. You can follow us on Twitter. It's where we make announcements, like that Jim is now part of Har Har. And join the Discord. It's where you can hang out with all of us. Hit us up there. I might start throwing some polls in there for you guys to answer and stuff like that too. So cool. Other than that, thank you all for another awesome night on the Har Har Podcast. This one was definitely interesting. As they all are.
Sorry.
And you made some of the best fucking moments, I will
It was
say.
great. Not even intentional. That's my favorite part
That's the
about
best
all
part.
of that. It was 100% an accident.
And we'll see you guys next week.